I actually woke up pretty late today since I was up early seeing my husband off. I ended up crawling back into bed for a bit, but when I finally looked in the mirror, I just didn't feel like that girl. My skin looked dull, but it also looked oily and honestly just tired, you know? I've been dealing with a few skin challenges lately, so I'm committed to taking care of them instead of ignoring it. That's why today is officially a skin day. So I started with my Clarity Asian White Tea Wash. This is just a gentle daily wash that I got from Melanopeel. There's a company in St. Lucia that sells this Dermalogics, but you can find it online. And I just started lathering up my face and giving a nice wash. I did this for about a minute. I make it a practice to wash my face for a minute every time I wash and get a nice little sud going on in there. Now, of course, you want to towel dry. I just use paper towels right now. I usually have some facial paper towels, but so currently I've just been using regular paper towels. So after that's done, I typically reach for my glycolic acid. It's by The Ordinary. I'm pretty sure everyone knows this. It is an OG and a staple in my skincare regimen. So I like to just use that and wipe that on my face, and just let my skin really try to soak in the product. As you can see those spots and things. So I'm really into the glycolic acid. It really helps resurface my skin and do away with those spots. Ew. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Laneige lip mask. I like to do this on my lips before I do a mask, just because I think once everything gets all tight, it's kind of hard, and I don't want my lips to be dry. And then on top of that, I also like to attack these circles, these bags under my eyes. And what I'll tend to do is put a little vitamin stick right there just because I don't want to dry out that area or get anything too rough. I like to just use a brightening stick if possible, and then I'll put my mask on top of that. Now for the star of the show. This is Dr. Leo's Amazon White Deep Pore Cleansing and Purifying Clay Mask. Now, I was in desperate need of a mask, so imagine how thrilled I was when I received this. This mask goes straight to the source. Clogged pores, excess oil, and that uneven, dull look I've been noticing. It really gives me that deep reset my skin's been craving. I start with a dollop size on the back of my hand, and I like to use a wedge or a clay mask type brush, a facial brush, but I'm not really sure what mine is right now. So I'll just have to use a wedge, and it works. And the reason why I put it on the back of my hand instead of dipping in and out of my product, obviously for sanitation reasons. But the goal is just to get it across your entire face, typical mask style. Avoid the eyes. What I love most about this product is after only 15 minutes of use, the blackheads are reduced by 14.25%. After 7 days of regular use, blackheads are claimed to be reduced by 81.3%. I mean, hello, this product helps balance my oil production and it enhances brightness, which is exactly what I need because it's scary. So now it's time to set my timer for 15 minutes. Let me find something to do. What could I do for 15 minutes? Hmm. Coffee, of course. Coffee. It's always going to be coffee. And look how cute my cup is. This is a St. Lucia cup. I got it. I think we kind of look alike a little bit, but that's why I chose her. But how cute. My little coffee cup. So this wash off clay mask is free from harsh alcohols, parabens, silicones, and sulfates. And it's cruelty free and reef safe. Not only does it have kaolin, it also has salicylic acid, a BHA. And that's so good. Wait, you want to see what I'm looking? You want to see what I'm looking at? Sure. I'll show you. Hold on. Yeah, this is what's got me a little distracted. This view is always waiting for me every day, every time I step outside. Wait, what was I talking about again? Oh, yes, the mask. Not only does it have those ingredients, it also has moisturizing ingredients. The mask tends to dry, but it doesn't feel dry. It's because it has oat kernel oil, wild cherry extract, and it has ceramides. I actually love this product. However, on the flip side, it does have multiple actives, such as the clay, the BHA, and the AHAs. So if someone has reactive or barrier compromised skin, it might be a bit aggressive if overused. So I'd proceed with caution. But as you can see, you see how it's drying, but it's not getting so tight. It still has a little moisture, as you can see from the sheen. Well, the alarm's going off and I'm already a few seconds overdue, but I don't think that'll hurt anything. Now that I have rinsed, and again, I'm going to towel dry with my paper towels, we can get a much better look at how this skin is looking and how the mask will form. I was most concerned with that spot. That was a fresh bump on my face, and it dried it out quite a bit. But you can see how it's looking after the mask. Now, next up is my Derma E Vitamin C Concentrated Serum. And I actually put a pump on this just because my other one got clogged. But I like to mix it with the ordinary, the absorbic acids. And I only use like maybe half a scoop of this with this product. Sometimes I might mix it with moisture, but today I'm going to mix it together today. Just give it a little extra boost of vitamin C. So here you'll just see I just mix it with the Derma E. And what I like to do is about 3 pumps of the serum, mix it in together, and it'll look like this. A little bit gritty, but don't worry, it'll dissolve in the skin. Now, another OG product, as you can tell from how much I have left in this bottle, is my Snail 96. It's a Mucin Power Essence. And I love this. It's by CosRX, and you can clearly tell I love this. This is one of those if you know products. It makes your skin feel so dewy and plump, and I just love the way my skin feels. You can see I'm just touching it. Look at that. Look at that stick. Like you can tell. I love that. That is just satisfying to me. Now, for moisture, I'm using my whipped tallow balm. This is nourishing, it smells good, and I have kind of always been interested in using bone marrow products and just seeing how they work on my skin. So, the whipped tallow was literally a no brainer. And I just use about that much. I like to dot it in my areas, just on the sides of my face, and then I'll work it in, I work in the product, but this smells delicious and it just feels good. I can't get over how plump and dewy and glowy my skin looks. I love this product. It really locks in moisture. Now, usually I would use my Black Girl sunscreen, but I'm out. So instead, I decided to use my AHC, which is also sunscreen, but I'm out. However, at least I can dig into this product. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. I happen to like this sunscreen. It doesn't leave a nasty cast on my face, and it's one of my faves. So I'm gonna use as much as I can. So I'm just gonna work this product in and order some more sunscreen. I've just learned to be kind to myself, give myself a little grace. And when I'm in need of a skin day, give it to myself. Bye.